Hey, good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We are in the 2013 album, I guess technically the debut studio album from The Weeknd called Kissland, because obviously we had the 3 mixtapes, which we've done. So you can find those. I'll have them at the end because you got to watch this video first. You don't have to, but just come back to it at least. And then obviously those were compiled into the trilogy, but I guess from like its own thing, complete album. This is the first studio album. So really excited to see what he does here. Enjoyed the trilogy, the mixtapes. We will be listening to the original album, the original 10 tracks. The 2 deluxe tracks we'll put over on Patreon. We have hundreds of hours of extra content from dozens of artists, including The Weeknd, over on Patreon. Greatest way you can support this channel. But we're going to give each song a listen. I'll make a few comments along the way, but I'll be keeping notes here on my handy dandy notebook. That way after each track, we can kind of talk about what stands out, see if we can find any insider information. And in the past, Abel's been really good about offering up some information, either in interviews or things like that, to give us some insight. So hoping for some of that. It's my favorite. But we're going to have a good time. If you want to go to specific tracks, all of the timestamps are in the description already, so feel free to do that, or just press play and let's hang out together for a little while. But let's go ahead and get started. This is track 1, titled Professional. Oh, we should probably open this. Ta-da! All right, let's go. That was cool. It almost had this Asian, like, Mortal Kombat.
It's ideal. You need someone to tell you how to feel.
Oh, I can already tell. The production's going to be on another level. Oh, I love that, like, deadened bass. And his vocals sound so good. You can tell they just keep evolving. That's so cool. Is he talking about himself here? There's so many cool little effects that they're doing. Dude, I love the vibes on this.
What does it mean? Oh, when your heart's already numb, your profession.
This track looks clean. Is there finally a Weeknd track I can let my kids listen to?
Cause it's just love. It always makes its way back around.
The track is so well crafted.
Fall is unacceptable. Cause everything you've been through made you stronger. And every day you learn about yourself.
It's so beautiful, lyrically, musically.
How it's supposed to, depending on somebody else as well. But now you know the value of $1. And girl, I make enough of it to spend. I love the way you put yourself together. I love the way you make that body bend for me again. Oh yeah. I love you, love this love, but professional. I know you know.
Dude, he just makes me want to get off and go play around on Logic Pro and make music.
All of those nights you were up barely holding your own. Girl, you've got it made. Had you blaming yourself for when life did you wrong. Now you've got it made. Getting rich to the drums of your favorite song. Girl, you've got it made. Cause your freedom was here in this cage all along. How'd you drain all the soul from your eyes? How'd you teach yourself how to smile in a world where your dreams can't be real? No, every touch that you sell is a lie.
It's so, that part hits so good. I know I gotta watch out for transitions on this album. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I'm gonna do my best to be sensitive to transitions. Probably if I sense one coming up, like a real clear one, not like a fade out and fade in, but like something that's just continuing on, I'll try to let it play into the next track before we hop out and go check some things out. Okay, dude, I could only imagine being in real time, having been a Weeknd fan when he dropped the mixtapes. Were those 2012? 2011. So dropping the mixtapes and following along with that, and then getting the trilogy, and then coming into this project, you know, excited, wondering what he's gonna do, and that being the opening track. Like, he crushed it, you know? I'm really interested to see what he's talking about, because obviously he seems to transition into a woman, and obviously Abel in past has talked a lot about strippers, and so sometimes when I think about some of the things that he's talking about, I'm like, is he talking about a stripper again? And then the other side is he talking about this person as fame or as us, the audience? I don't know, but it seems to be in the beginning kind of this idea that like you could have quit, but you keep doing it because like you're invested in it, and I don't know. So I'm really interested to see, but from every sensible metric, what an amazing opener. So it's got me hyped for sure. This says the intro to the opener for Kissland depicts the life of the entertainer. This green's a common theme. Let's do this, guys. Let's do right here, okay? Un momento. To match that green vibe right. All right, we're greened up. Intro depicts the life of the entertainer, the professional, not necessarily a stripper, called me out. He also talks about the consumer entertainer relationship, his own naivety, and the addiction of fame beyond the money. The following verses detail the Weeknd's professional relationship with a stripper. We'll see, and then we get into this. However, this relationship is not limited to the club. Throwback to the good old days. Well, I'm just experiencing the good old days. Listen to Starboy's every song 10 times, but will end my day with Kissland. Was it really an underrated era? I mean, I guess if you, obviously the more popular he got, people came on later in his career. I don't know. I love going back and starting at the beginning of people's careers and kind of feeling the evolution for myself. And I feel like because I don't really posture myself as a critic, I'm able to, even if something's more raw, which, I mean, when you go listen to the original mixtapes, there's nothing raw about them. I mean, in my opinion, the production's top notch. His voice is good and it only gets better. But I don't mind, going back and listening to the beginning of an artist's career, understanding, the time or, where they were at in their skill development and all those things, and then just kind of tracing their career forward. Yeah, there's such interesting lines in here. You need someone to tell you how to feel. You think your happiness is real. There's so much more the world has to reveal, but you choose to be concealed. So you're somebody now, but what's a somebody in a nobody town? I wonder if he's talking about like Hollywood? The professional has grown to be some sort of celebrity where she operates, but Abel cuts her down to size by saying her rise to fame is relative to her surroundings. She's a celebrity compared to the nobodies who use her services, but if she takes a step outside her town, she'll just be one of them, a nobody. This can be interpreted as Abel talking about himself. He's famous now, but his circle of fame is still small. He's somebody, but he only recently traveled outside of Toronto for the first time in his life. Yet even with his rising popularity and recent experiences seeing the world, he doesn't quite know how to handle it. I don't think you even know it. You made enough to quit a couple years ago, but it consumes you. Well, as, good art should. Because, right, and I was thinking about this, even with, we've been going through Pearl Jam, and I love Pearl Jam. Like I just discovered them when starting this channel. We've made it through 3 of their albums. And they have such a long career, still doing music together. And Eddie Vedder had such a kind of a disdain for the popularity, but when you love creating music, it's like they tend to go hand in hand, It's kind of the curse that comes with the blessing. But I did start to wonder, like, there may be people out there that don't necessarily want that to be the only thing that they do. But in my mind, I generally think of, the true goal of any creator is to be free to create. But, free means you have to keep creating. Now, he's, I think, kind of saying here, like, he made enough money that he doesn't really have to. But when you love to create, now you have the freedom to create. It becomes this kind of complicated relationship as well. It's everywhere you go. Just the thought alone got you tripping, got you losing your mind. Now I decide when we're through. Oh, we don't have to read all this. Kiss, I will try to not pay attention to that. Abel talks to himself in the third person, likens himself to the sex worker in question, just as he did with the rest of the opening verse. It's likely that the Weeknd is an alter ego, and Abel himself are both 2 distinct figures made by one by fame. Abel talks to himself like he would talk to a female figure on the first few lines, and certain cryptic lines, like "you made enough to quit a couple years ago," in particular, confirm he isn't really talking to a second person, but instead talking to the real version of himself. Kissland also captures the Weeknd abandoning his old life, confined within 4 walls, never once leaving his city due to monetary constraints. swapping that out for a life on the road, leaving behind the one woman that truly loved him. Interesting. We're sophisticated at loving, we're professional. And I wonder if this is like tied to the idea of being a professional as an, because he's saying like, whether it is a stripper, prostitute, or just any entertainer, I think that's the side that's likening to himself, is like, we've become a professional. Like, sorry, we're good at doing this. And as an interesting link, and then we'll move into the next track, there was a pastor that wrote a book many years ago. His name's John Piper, and really prolific writer. But a book that he wrote to pastors was called Brothers, We Are Not Professionals. And that's what this kind of speaks to me as well, is there's that thing within him, because what he's trying to say is like, obviously there's these celebrity pastor trends and things like that. And he's trying to help people see and realize, like, be careful not to blur the lines too much between just being someone who's passionate, a servant, just desires to do good for people and to help people and to do what they feel God's called them to do, and becoming the professional. And I've walked that road, in my own life, and it can be challenging. But I'm saying here, like, we're professionals now. Like, we know how to entertain. We're good at loving. And so, anyways, he's drawing some really interesting connections here. As always, feel free to let me know your thoughts on any of these as we move through. Some of my favorite are when people comment and then they'll come back to the same comment and edit it throughout the video or add on to it throughout the video. So those are always a lot of fun. Feel free to do that. But let's jump in to track number 2, titled The Town. Very ominous.
You did many things that I liked, and you like diamond rings. I can provide for you. You made me feel so good before I left on the road, and you deserve your name on a crown, on a throne. You did many things that I liked, and you like diamond rings. I can provide for you. You made me feel so good before I left on the road, and you deserve your name on a crown.
I like how it's just panning back and forth in my ears.
But I've been trying to get this money like I got a couple kids who rely.
Oh, wow.
But I remember on the bathroom floor before I went on tour, like you said we couldn't do it again, 'cause you had a thing with some other man. You said it was love, and you said you were lost. Then you wished me good luck to find somebody to love. But ooh, now I heard that you're single. And I'll give you something to live for. Yes, I will.
I love the intensity.
just might be too good for you. You're almost dead to him. You're sleeping with a frozen heart. Well, baby girl, it's over now, and you can always count on me. You're unshakable.
It's so smooth.
Straight to touch, so immune to love, and it feels so priceless to me that you're always free, that you'll take me in. Now I'm everything, you're everything. I bet you'll take me in. I know you'll take me in now. The same place I left you in. Ooh, I bet you'll take me in. I know you'll take me in. I know you'll take me in. The same place I left you in. Ooh, 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 no.
Ah, the progression's so good.
You did many things that I liked, and you like diamond rings. I can provide for you. You made me feel so good before I left on the road, and you deserve your name on a crown, on a throne.
You know, like I said in the first track, Abel always makes me want to just like stop what I'm doing and go make beats. Because one thing I'm always looking for are interesting drum patterns, drum sounds. And Abel's so good at doing that, you know, because it's easy to kind of fall into the same types of patterns and things like that. But he always like broadens my way of thinking about music. And then the progression moving into those real like dirty keys, and even further, there's a further progression in it, which was the same in the first song. You know, you eventually get the strings coming in the first track, and then in this one there's even a difference in the beat and things like that toward the end of the song. It's just really cool. And I'm trying to track in here, you know, like I don't want to come in, you know, with these preconceived ideas of what exactly he's talking about. And sometimes it's hard, you know, you make it through the first and we'll learn what we can, but it's in subsequent listens and obviously conversing with you guys that I'm able to learn much more. So not afraid to get some things wrong or look stupid or whatever. We'll work it out and figure it out moving forward. We're just chasing curiosity. But it's like, even when he's talking about this other person back home, I'm like, is he talking about a version of himself, you know? So let's see here. The Weeknd explains in this song how he dealt with a woman who left him for someone else even though she became single later, and how he knew she would take him back no matter what. He also uses the narrative as a metaphor for leaving Toronto to go around the world. So yeah, I guess it's one and the same. I don't know if these are actual accounts of a woman that he knew or knows, or if the whole thing is kind of meant as this narrative device. Check out the BBC radio interview on SoundCloud for what The Weeknd thinks about the town. Track was not found. How dare you? We'll find all the good stuff that we can for Patreon. Funny how you could love someone, that person leaves your life for another heart, that person realized that they honestly care for you as much as you think. After hours making me come back to this first horror movie. I saw something else about this idea of a horror movie with it. So I guess maybe we'll see that idea develop as we move along. Having a good time here, you guys. All right. Track 3, titled Adaptation.
When the sun comes up, you're searching for a love, so your heart won't lead you to anyone. When the sun goes down, I know what you become. You become awake, unlike the rest of us.
Okay. It's all distorted in the background.
I lay my head on 1,000 beds. It's been a test to see how far a man can go without himself. I think I lost the only piece that held it all in place. Now my madness is the only love I let myself embrace. I could have stayed, but I chose the lie.
I mean, there's definitely a big meta going on here.
She might have been the one. I let it go for a little fun. I made a trade, gave away our days for a little fame. Now I'll never see your face, but it's okay, I adapted anyway. Adapted to these models, who's adapted to the bottle? They take it down like water just to burn away their sorrows. I stay up till tomorrow just to tear down all their models. And all is fair in love, while she's pure. So pure.
Level up, Abel. Let's freaking go.
Uncut and raw and clean, so clean, as opposed to what I offered. Because I chose the lie, then I realized she might have been the one. I'd let it go for a little fun. Oh, I made a trade, gave away our days for a little fame. Now I'll never see your face, but it's okay, I adapted anyway.
I love this choir sound. Oh, those dark notes. It's like he just pulled it in. It was boom, boom, boom. This feels like a transition. Very cool. It'll be fun to go back and like listen to this on my own, just letting it run. Man, it's interesting what he's talking about. This idea of like might have been the one or letting go. Like, word to the wise: when you have a good thing, don't let it go. My wife and I are getting ready to celebrate our 17-year wedding anniversary this month, and I vividly remember the night I was like 18, 19. I think I was 19 years old. I was interning in Athens, Georgia, and I was in the room I was staying in, and I had been talking to this other girl, and my wife and I had talked previously, but we went our separate ways for the summer. She went and interned in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. I was in Athens, Georgia. We kind of left the summer just in a weird place, and I ended up like starting to talk to this girl, and it didn't end well. It was just like a couple weeks long. And I remember somebody I really looked up to called me one night and was just like, "What are you doing?" Uh, my wife's name is Charity. He was like, who's this girl you're talking to? He's like, "Charity's awesome." And it just clicked for me. And I was like, what am I doing? She is awesome, and as a melodramatic teenager, I texted her that night and I was like, please don't give up on me. And so, anyways, we ended up meeting up and talking, and, year and a half later or whatever it was, we were married. So I say that to say, like, don't be blinded. If you got somebody good, do whatever it takes. And because it's funny, even what it feels like he's kind of talking to, and we'll look into some of the deeper meanings in just a moment. Because it's not even necessarily that you got to let go of your dreams. They might just change a little bit. They might just look a little bit different. But how much better to go after the things that you're passionate about with someone you're passionate about, someone you can build a life on and have that like anchor of this love and life that's built together, and deeper things, and whatever that leads to. For us, we knew we wanted to start a family. And so, we had kids pretty young. So my oldest is 15 now, and I've got 3 kids, and we've been building something beautiful together over these last 17 years. And, through all of that, being able to pursue the things that we've wanted to pursue, and all the ups and downs and joys and sorrows and good times and bad times, and all of it, though, it's like we're a team. And those are the richer, deeper things in life that on my deathbed, Lord willing, I'm surrounded by my kids and my grandkids, and love. So it says Abel released a snippet from his acclaimed debut album Kissland on the 30th of August via YouTube with a very slurred video of him singing in the studio. It was also revealed the song features a sample from the Police's Bring On the Night. I can't wait to get into bands like the Police. The name on the snippet is Roman Polanski. This isn't the first time he used a filmmaker's name in this way. However, he released a snippet of the song Kissland under the name John Carpenter. Both Roman Polanski and John Carpenter are movie directors, a connection that made more sense following Abel's Complex interview. The entire album was inspired by filmmakers like John Carpenter, who are great at making horror movies. The elements of horror from these films is what Abel desired to give Kissland. That's interesting. What movies did Roman Polanski make? I don't think I've seen any of these. I haven't. Maybe Oliver Twist if it's 2005. I don't even know. I don't recognize any of these. I recognize John Carpenter. Bridge kills me every time, so clean. Whole album goes hard. Somebody says, I think the song is multi-layered. On one side, this is a typical I Left My Girl Back Home song. On another, the adaptation Abel goes through Is that from anonymity to fame? Before we all knew him, he had never been on a plane. Now he has laid his head on 1,000 beds. Yeah, that was a really cool line. The closeness and familiarity of home, which held it all in place, has now left him to adapt to the madness of models, bottles, and hotel rooms. Yeah, that part was crazy. Could have stayed at home, but instead he succumbed to fame and what it brings. On recollection, now he knows that really anonymity is the real prize, but he can never have it again. Wow. Well said. I was thinking this too. I know I'm not the only one, obviously, that's made the connection. Especially Dirty Diana. He had a Dirty Diana cover. Very cool. Okay. Track 4, Love in the Sky.
There's no one inside, but you're free to relax. If you commit to this ride, there's no turning back. You've been here before. Remember these sheets. This world's not for us. It's not what it seems. You'll learn to love how to dream.
I love that. Dun, 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 dun.
You'll learn to love how to dream. Dream. There's no need to hide. Don't overreact. Said you've been to the sky. We'll go beyond that. You've been here before, girl. Remember these sheets. This world's not for us. It's not what it seems. You'll learn to love how to dream. Dream it. You learn to love how to dream. I can teach you to dream. We'll find our love in the sky.
That's cool. It's like a plane, almost like a plane engine. That's what it sounded like. Such a creative use of that ambient sound. And that's cool. Learning to dream, finding your love in the sky. Almost like navigating this new place that he's in.
makes my confidence low. I'm always in a rush, ain't no time to fuck slow. And even if I tried, it's not something I would know. But I'm sure I'll make you come, do it 3 times in a row. And I'm sure you would have left, but that pussy in control. Got that pussy in control, I got it in control. Ooh. Control, control, control.
That's cool. That took a turn there at the end that I wasn't expecting. I mean, obviously, Love in the Sky to be a connection to making love on an airplane. I was curious about the running water, if it's meant to be like in the restroom of the airplane, but there's also the thunder. So I don't know if it's that it's rain or if it's even meant to be in an airplane. A short video of a portion of the song was released on Abel's official YouTube account. I wonder if that's still there. We'll look into all of it later, I guess. Nope, sorry, Roman Polanski. Man, I wish we were getting some interview questions here. Okay, is there a music video for it? That might shed some light on it, so I'll look forward to checking that out. He will definitely be remembered. Trust me, this guy's a legend. Let's see. Despite going fast, he knows what to do to the girl. Can do it multiple times for full effect. Could also be a really cool hint to his fans. Hence, he's dropped 3 really dope singles so far. That definitely eargasm level. He's done it before on Trilogy. Kissland, unlike the Trilogy set of mixtapes, has shot short bursts of vulnerability for Abel by admitting that without their physical relationship, the girl would have left him. This shows he's aware of what exactly constitutes his influence. Which, you know, I don't know if it's reading into it too much, but if you tie it into some of the narrative that's been going forward, it could be this idea of, you know, not to make it weird, we're in that place, and he knows that, like, he can satisfy us, that he can deliver on the music, and that he has us in control. I don't know. Let me know if I'm reading too much into that. A possible nod to Prince in his song P Control. Okay, I've never listened to Prince. With lyrics like, no prostitute she, but the mayor of your brain. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into Prince as well. Prince, Michael Jackson. There's so many, man. I'm thankful I haven't listened to so much. Or this would be a very short-lived channel. But I am musically malnourished, so we got content for a long time. Abel already is living a dream. Now it's just up to the girl to start so they can be together. The Weeknd's scarce visits, mysterious persona will result in fewer and fewer appearances, leading her to dwell into her imagination. She loves Abel, so without him, she'll see him in her dreams. With that in mind, he's also speaking to his listeners directly. His music will leave you dreaming with every piece. Well, his songs definitely get the wheels turning. All right, track number 5, Belong to the World. A little more ambient noise. It's interesting. A storm and birds singing.
I know you want your money, girl, 'cause you do this every day. Okay. But the way you doubt your feelings and look the other way, well, it's something I relate to. Your gift of nonchalance, but nobody's ever made me fall in love with this amount of touch. Well, I'm not a fool. Oh yeah, I just love that you're dead inside. That you're dead inside. I'm not a fool. Oh yeah, I'm just lifeless too. But you taught me how to feel. But nobody ever would. Nobody ever would. You taught me how to love. But nobody ever could.
Almost felt like it was speeding up. And I know that I'm saying too much, even though I'd rather hold my tongue. Yeah. And I'll pull you closer, holding on to every moment till my time is done. Yeah. And this ain't right. You've been the only one to make me smile. In so long, I've succumbed to what I've become. No, baby, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. That you're dead inside. That you're dead inside. I'm not a fool. Oh no, I'm just lifeless too. I'm just lifeless too. You taught me how to feel. You taught me how to feel. Nobody ever would. Nobody ever would. You taught me how to love. You taught me how to love. Nobody ever could. I love the orchestra elements in the album so far. He really uses it as like a punctuation in certain moments. Whoa, that one was crazy. Before we hop out of here, I wanted to look at something. Um, Here's where I thought this was going to go. I'll skip past the immediate thunderstrike. When this beat kicks in, there's several times that, like, you know, it's just, but there's several times there are like these different kind of drum patterns that I thought was going to just run with it. And I'll explain more as we hear it in a second. And it would have been really fun, I think, at some point to let that happen. But here's what I'm talking about. So that, you know, a lot of times you might hear that just keep going. And I think there's a separate one. No, I guess it's when it keeps going back into that I was hoping there was a point that it just went jugga. It's cool that it didn't. But there was that EDM side of me that just wanted that to go. And it was funny too, because out of any songs that I've heard from him, this one I think would have fit a rap feature really well with the right person and the right words. Or the right lyrical content. There, down here in the center of this song, there was just this moment that I was like, dude, a verse or two somewhere in here would have been really cool. All right, let's go see what we can find out. Okay, Belong to the World. Belong to the World, the second single, samples Machine Gun by Portishead. I've never heard of Portishead. The Weeknd debuted this track on the 6th of July, Toronto, and on July 2013, a music video for the track was released via MTV. Cool. So we got a couple music videos so far. Again, all of that will be on Patreon. Judging from the film clip, I interpreted You Belong to the World as meaning that she was in the prostitution business. You want your money, you do this every day. And while he feels himself falling in love with her, he also knows it's a doomed fate. Instead of wanting to embrace her, he should leave or mistreat her like the typical behavior toward prostitutes. Somebody else says in this song, I believe Abel's talking about his relationship with the girl, aka the music industry, and all that it is comprised of. The label, its subdivisions, expectations, etc., and also his understanding of this, regardless of how shallow and sly the music industry is, he won't change his strong thoughts on it, the effect of the industry. This seems to be a loose sequel to 28. He's accepted the girl, now she's starting to mess him over, and he still doesn't care. Man, there's a lot of interesting comments on here. Despite the song having similar lyrical themes to Frank Ocean's Pyramids, triumphant song, we do have Channel Orange and Blonde from Frank Ocean here on the channel. And we have his film. We did a live stream of the Endless album film that he made. That's over on Patreon. While it feels like it's about a stripper or prostitute, I think the lyrics are actually a meditation on fame. I think for this reason, he never directly talks about his lover in specific terms. Think about it. Lifeless, done every day for money. The part in the intro about if she forgets about him, he has to deal with it. The dichotomy between having all his desires filled, the temporary nature of it all. Belong to the world, it's like he's talking about a girl, one who's a prostitute or common girl, where he knows that if he loves her, it's not going to end up well for him. Too bad he pissed off Portishead, but even they need to admit that beat fits this sun and its mood perfectly. What happened between him and Portishead? Let's see. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't necessarily enjoy when people sample their things. The Weeknd and Portishead, I don't necessarily want to call it drama, but the drama between The Weeknd and Portishead, I hope I'm saying that right. It's not Portishead, but I'm sure it's Portishead, stems from a 2013 sample, which heavily features the drum pattern The Weeknd team reportedly asked Portishead for permission to use the sample, but Portishead's multi-instrumentalist and producer Jeff Barrow declined. The Weeknd proceeded to release it anyway. Rather than using the exact audio rip, his team reinterpolated the drum beat just enough to avoid copyright infringement, a move that legally bypassed the need for formal clearance. Barrow took to social media to voice his anger. He expressed that if an artist asked to sample a track and is told no, the respectful thing to do is to drop the idea entirely. He publicly criticized the ethics of the music industry over the incident. I mean, or just let him do it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the business, but I operate on generosity economy, man. The Weeknd later clarified in interviews that he never directly used their original audio files. Instead, he wrote a letter to Portishead's producers explaining that the song was heavily inspired by them, but ultimately bypassed their rejection by re-recording the sound. So, let's see real quick. Portishead. Sorry, my nose is itching. Okay, it's not on any of these top tracks. Maybe we can search. Machine Gun Portis. Here we go. Okay, what does Portishead sound like? Interesting. It has that same kind of dark, eerie feeling. All right. Let's hop into track 6, Live 4, featuring Drake, which is interesting because Kissland was 2013, and which album did Drake do in 2013? Because we just did a week of Drake leading up to his Iceman album release, and that's when I first noticed, I guess, in Take Care. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. In Take Care, songs with The Weeknd, borrowed from The Weeknd, things like that. So 2013, so it was after this and before, at the same time, of Nothing Was the Same. Okay. That's funny because I was just mentioning a rap feature, so we'll see. Here we go. But Drake's also a good singer, so.
Getting sober for a day got me feeling too low. They're trying to make me slow down, trying to tell me how to live. I'm about to lose control. Well, they can watch me fuck it up all in one night. I'm in my city in the summer, camoed out, leather booted, kissing bitches in the club. They want a threesome, then some. Spend whatever come in, fucking income. Me and my niggas, we ain't never going broke. And you have to do it all just to know where it gets you. Living dreams.
It's an interesting. Is this a mandolin?
Now we sitting in the back saying, this is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. Yeah.
shit that I live for. This is shit that I die for. This is shit you can't fake, dog. This is shit you need God for. How long do you think it's gonna take for y'all to fall? That's a serious question, cause I seriously question all of y'all. Been touring the world, man, I done spent racks in all the malls. And they know my story, flaws and all. I still got plex hanging wall to wall, dog. She just offered a strip tease, but she don't look like Demi Moore. Hips all on 45,
it's a movie.
Waist all on 24. And it's all love in the city, still scream XO when that Henny pour. But I'm that boy, not just any boy. What the fuck you think that I'm in it for? Roll up in that thing, got hoes like Prince, but they know I'm king. Chubbs might hold that thing, if he get caught, he'll be home by spring. Things I shouldn't share, I mean for the sake of my career. I'm not trying to stunt, I'm just telling you the truth. I swear, this the shit that I live for, with the people I die for. This is shit you can't fake, dog. This is shit you need God for. This that shit we really gotta talk about in person. There's some shit I need to work on, but I know you see me working, nigga. Champagne.
This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. This is shit that I live for. With the people I die for.
I really want to find out what that instrument is. I couldn't help but think. So every spring break for the last few years, we try to take a trip to Disney, and it's just one of our favorite things to do as a family. And I really, on our next trip, because I usually don't spend much any time filming or taking pictures. Like I will a little bit. My wife does a good job of getting some good pictures while we're there, so she can kind of keep them for memories and things. But I tend, and it's funny because like I do videography and photography and things like that for a living. And so, I'm always doing that. So it's funny because when we go on trips, I tend to just not do any of that. And I just, try to be in the moment as much as possible. But it makes me want to like get some video clips of like our trip and put it to this song. This the shit that I live for, with the people I'd die for. Like that Disney trip edit would go hard, dude. So good chance it's going to happen. Maybe I'll just start with our, we got a vacation coming up when the kids are about to get out of school. So maybe I'll do something like that. That'd be fun. Okay. It was funny, that striptease reference about Demi Moore. Funny story. I think my father, in a misguided way of trying to foster a young man's sexuality, my dad, I had no limits on what I watched growing up. So I was probably like 12 or 13, and Striptease was one of my favorite movies. So that was funny to see that in there. It is not one of my children's favorite movies. Okay, but I really want to find out what that instrument was. Let's see. Instrument used in Live For from The Weeknd. Hopefully we can find something out. It's just a guitar? Man, it sounds so different. Hybrid of digital analog setups, bass. I don't know. It just sounded like one of those like Asian type guitars. Is a mandolin the right thing I'm thinking of? Yeah, I guess this is what I had in my mind, but maybe that's not right. It just sounded a little bit different than a most acoustic guitars. But apparently I'm wrong. Not the first time. Okay, let's see here. On Live 4, The Weeknd and Drake detail their party-oriented lifestyles with a somewhat defensive tone. The dualistic attitude is similar to the undertones present in prior collaboration, Crew Love, from Drake's 2011 album Take Care. It was funny because listening to certain songs on that album, I think before I knew there was any involvement between him and The Weeknd, I was like, oh, this kind of sounds like a Weeknd song. So Drake featured 2011 track The Zone. The Weeknd was also featured on Drake's Crew Love, which was actually originally supposed to be on The Weeknd's first mixtape, House of Balloons, along with many other tracks from Take Care. In September 2012, The Weeknd signed with Republic Records, rejecting Drake's offer to join OVO Sound. This led many to assume that Drake was angry, as his cryptic December 2012 tweet appeared to imply hard feelings. These rumors were inaccurate, though, as the two were seen together in the studio in July 2013, shortly before the release of Live 4. This is probably not. You won't get away with just a thank you. You owe me a favor. Interesting. And then, of course, people post. Okay. I wasn't even aware I had an X account. Another video. Sweet. Got some good stuff for this album. Future once said sensational. Why did OVO XO have to separate? Oh, the last one I was curious about is when he mentioned Chubbs. Oh, there's no annotation. Chubbs might hold that thing if he get caught. Roll up in that thing, got hosed like Prince, but they know I'm king. This simile compares him to the legendary musician Prince, and isn't the first time Drake has done so, but he clarifies that if we're talking about the hereditary title and the nobility of rap, he's the king. Prince is an odd reference for Drake to make, since his influence is a lot more felt in alternative hip-hop. Artists like Andre 3000 and Janelle Monáe taking considerable inspiration from him. I've never heard of this person. Are they saying Andre 3000 took inspiration from Drake? Yeah, I'm never a big fan when people self-title themselves. Chubbs might hold that thing. If he get caught, he'll be home by spring. Things I shouldn't share, I mean for the sake of my career. Okay, classic line. So, who is Chubbs? OVO Chubbs, born Nezel Beezer, is Drake's longtime best friend, right-hand man, and head of security. He's a prominent fixture in Drake's inner circle and frequently referenced in his music as a loyal confidant and enforcer who handles the crew's defense. So, I wonder, is he talking about Chubbs holding like some drugs or something? Is there a connection with roll? Like in ecstasy? Let me know if you know. Okay. Track number 7, titled Wanderlust. This sounds like some Lethal Weapon, Beverly Hills Cop. Like somebody just died. We're gonna take it back now.
the same thing? Are you so weak to say the same thing? Burn a hole into your apprehensiveness and let the wildfire shine and repeat after me. Good girls go to heaven and bad girls go everywhere. And tonight I'ma love you, and tomorrow you won't care.
There's some great layers in the music going on here, man. I'm trying to pick up on all of it.
Something bigger than love. You believe in something stronger than trust. Wanderlust, wanderlust. Don't you shy away from me? Just sacrifice your every last inhibition. I'm on your side. Don't patronize. You know tonight is the only time we'll have each other. Why would you try to waste this precious time? 'Cause tonight I'll be right here, and tomorrow you won't care. Precious little diamond, I leave it up to you. Precious little diamond, ooh, precious little diamond, I leave it up to you. Precious little diamond. Something bigger than love. You believe in something stronger than trust. Wanderlust, wanderlust. They're in love with this idea of love. It's a shame that they'll believe it'll come for us all. For us all. Something bigger than love. You believe in something stronger than trust. Wanderlust, wanderlust. Precious little diamond, precious little diamond, I leave it all to you. Precious little diamond.
I'm really excited because I'm realizing how many songs on this album I can play for my kids. Man, listen, the production on that, so good. The like talkbacks, the ad libs, the harmonizing, The background vocals, so cool. And yeah, it's funny how this says arguably the most Michael Jackson-esque song on the album, because there are those like ha, those little things that definitely have that feeling to them. Wanderlust describes, aside from Abel's own sexual desires, how misconstrued the idea of real love is today. Listen to the Pharrell remix of the song. That's one of the ones we'll put on Patreon. That's on the deluxe edition. The track samples Precious Little Diamond, performed by Fox the Fox. Since Abel refers to many modern music classics throughout this album, Fox the Fox Portishead? Oh, Fox the Fox. I was like, he used another Portishead? No, Precious Little Diamond performed by Fox the Fox. The title is probably a reference to the classic Paul McCartney song. What? I don't know anything about that. In Wanderlust, Abel's referring to society's over-sensationalizing of sex, love, and trust. Between the easy access to porn and sex, the false fairy tale depiction of what it is to trust, the lack of actual communication due to advances in technology, we, or in this case, she, has nothing left to discover about sex, love, or trust. So the new lust that she has is to wander in search of something else to discover and learn about. The lust for love or sex has no more value because we have seen it so many times. We need something new to keep us on that pleasure interest high. Yeah, but I think that's partly because people haven't discovered what true love is. So they're in search of something, but maybe looking in the wrong places. This person says the first two lines of the song possibly refer to saying I love you to someone you barely know, a one-night stand. Abel is saying it during the sex and wonders why she isn't saying it back. Well, that would be awkward. Does she think it is weak to say such an easy line? The final two lines of the verse state that she won't care about him anymore after. While Abel sees her as his precious little diamond, she doesn't value him anything more. Sex for one night. Well, and I wonder in that idea too, you know, could it be this speaking of like how maybe you could feel treated by listeners or fans? You know, I would like to think fans aren't necessarily as wishy-washy as that, but I guess you can kind of delineate like true fans and then just fandom, period, that is just like, feed me, Seymour. Little Shop of Horrors. You know, that just want from him and him feeling like, no, I love you, you're my precious little diamond, but not receiving it in return. Again, that could definitely be a reach. Yeah, this is an interesting line. You believe in something stronger than trust. Abel is different from the person he's talking to. He really doesn't care while she's looking for something way deeper than love. He isn't the right person to give her that. She's not a wanderlust in the typical sense of the word. Instead, she wants to find the right person for her, settle down with them instead of running through a list of people. She's going to have a tough bet finding someone tailored to her needs in the world when everyone in this generation's an Abel. She searches to find what she believes in. Wanderlust is a strong desire or impulse to wander, travel, and explore the world. Wanderlust doesn't mean she's out there sleeping around with a bunch of men. That would support Abel's theory on what love and trust really are in his mind. No, what the girl is doing is searching for a man to love her in the way that movies show men love women, i.e. commitment, monogamy, etc. What Abel's trying to get across is that she can't ever find that love in today's society. It doesn't exist anymore. She's going to be out wandering forever. This isn't exactly earth-shattering news. Yeah, I wonder, or if it's maybe because I would say a lot of times Hollywood or movies or whatever don't necessarily present a realistic view of what that love looks like. And so it could be that the expectation is too high. Not that you shouldn't have high expectations, but it's almost the idea too in social media, you know, what's presented. And I don't hate all of it, you know, but you generally are seeing the highlight reel, right, of somebody's life, something curated, something purposeful. Even in the authentic moments, there's still purpose and how it's portrayed and things like that, you know. And you can get caught up in this idea of what it should look like and almost disillusioned, you know, from something that is good and beautiful and wonderful. But if you have this unrealistic view of it, then you're going to, in a way, be disappointed. I don't know. Again, any insight you want to give, I am always open to. All right. Let's move into track number 8. The title track of this album, Kissland. It's like a theme park. Almost like Kissland, Disneyland.
When I got on stage, she swore I was 6 feet tall. But when she put it in her mouth, she can't seem to reach mine. Ballin' ain't an issue for me. I'll make 100 stacks right back next week and do it all again. I'm faded off the wrong thing, and I'll admit, baby, I'm a little camera shy.
One of the longer tracks on the album.
Exceptions can be made, baby.
Wonder if we'll get a switch up.
You're too damn fly for what it's worth. I hope you enjoyed the show. Cause if you're back here only taking pictures, you're gonna have to take your ass home. Cause the only thing you're taking is your clothes off. Go ahead, girl, strip it down, close your mouth. I just wanna hear your body talk. Oh, yeah, don't hold back, let it out. Oh, girl, don't hold back, let it out. Don't hold back, let it out. Don't hold back. You can meet me in the room where the kisses ain't free. You gotta pay with your body. Not really into kisses leading into nothing.
Is this the like Abel persona, the hedonistic side?
Cards right, I might fuck around, bring your whole crew on tour. Fuck around, turn you to my West Coast girl until they book a show in NYC. Gotta fly back east where the city don't sleep. Oh, I'm trying to finish all this potion. Baby, take your time. I'm trying to sip it till the morning. And if you're still,
She's the potion.
I'm trying to fuck you in the morning. Said I'm 2 days strong and never sleep until it's morning, until the morning. Cause the only thing you're taking is your clothes off, baby. Go ahead, girl, strip it down, close your mouth. I just wanna hear your body talk. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah. Don't hold back, let it out. Ooh, girl, don't hold back, let it out. Whoa, whoa. Don't hold back, let it out. Yeah. Don't hold back.
Abel always does the switch ups right, man.
I got a brand new place. I think I've seen it twice all year. I can't remember how it looks inside, so you can picture how my life's been.
Well, that's a good line.
I went from staring at the same four walls for 21 years to seeing the whole world in just 12 months. Been gone for so long, I might have just found God. Well, probably not if I keep my habits up, and probably not if I can't keep up with loving. And I can't stand talking to brand new girls. Only bitches down to fuck when you shout with them once.
Wow.
Probably not if my niggas round them up.
That was very insightful.
Probably not
Like
if we
insecurities.
take it to my spot. And probably not if I tweak all day just to sleep at night. Goddamn, I'm high. My doctor told me to stop, and he gave me something to pop. Now I mix it up with some Adderalls, and I'll wait to get to the top. Now I mix
Don't think that's how you're supposed to use it.
and I pour it up in a shot. I don't care about you. Why you worry about me?
Wow.
All I want is that smoke. Give me all of that smoke. Last week was my rough week. I'm still dripping down from my nose, and I don't know how to drive. I make my driver get high, but if he goes under that 110, believe my driver get fired. And I don't got any friends. I got XO in my blood work, and I'm posted up down in Florida, Fort Lauderdale to the MIAs. Cold drinks, a Grand Marnier to the break of dawn. Blue and milk. White
Dude,
Russian
just
is
going.
White Russians with tongue tricks. I like the feeling your tongue rings. She liked the way my whole tongue flip. She cried hard for tuition. She cried hard to her teacher. I make her hotter with gold grills. I make her sucker with gold grills. In the back room with a VIP, she don't ever see.
That was crazy.
This ain't nothing to relate to. This ain't nothing to relate to. This ain't nothing to relate to. Even if you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried. This ain't nothing to relate to. 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 Even if you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried, you tried, and you tried, you tried. Oh.
Man, much like we've seen in some of the mixtapes, there's these like little chips in the armor. You know, these little moments of vulnerability. Like when he talks about how he can't talk to new girls unless they're down to just sleep with him. Because that says something, right? It's just like I don't necessarily know how to talk to you. I don't necessarily know how to relate to you. So I kind of just turn it toward the physical, toward drug and alcohol infused, and it just becomes this kind of fuel that, man, listen, if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, this isn't spoiling anything. If you haven't seen it, you should. Jesse, one of the main characters in Breaking Bad, has a drug issue, and he kind of, you know, does it a little bit better, but there's at a point that he's feeling very broken, very haunted. And so he just fills his house with people and basically just has these ragers. And the house eventually kind of turns into this crack house. Like there's just people sleeping and shooting up in the corner and, you know, having sex in random places. And it just turns into this kind of horror house. And he's surrounded by all these people. He's just doing drugs, but the whole thing is he's trying to numb it. He ends up turning this like sound system on that he was so happy that he got at first, and he just turns it up so loud and just tries to sit and kind of drown out everything, but it's because he's hurting so much inside. And the nightmare for him is being alone, being in the quiet, because eventually, people kind of leave and stuff like that. And he's just like, where are you going? No, we're going to get the party started again, And so anyways, it kind of has that same feeling to me at different parts within this. Just this fast, crazy lifestyle going on, but yet there is something vulnerable underneath. At least that's what it kind of gives off to me. This says, on Kissland, The Weeknd discusses a newfound success, subsequent lifestyle. The song's dark, moody atmosphere serves as the backdrop for the Abel's conflicted emotions as he wrestles with his desire for pleasure and the consequences of his actions. The song was released 2013. Official music video, another one, was uploaded to the YouTube account. In keeping with the song's highly sexual themes, video features Abel's alongside several porn stars who feature more prominently in the extended version of the video, serving as the lead single to The Weeknd's debut studio album of the same name. Yeah, favorite track. Kind of reminds me of House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls. This ain't nothing to relate to. Yeah, which was one of the lyrics. And I wonder if he's trying to say in that, like, you don't want to relate to this. Which, again, if that is the point, then it kind of reinforces that, right? Like and that's been a common theme through his music, is it's not necessarily glorifying, House of Balloons is the thing that stands out to me most in that mixtape was like, this is a happy house. We're happy here, which is a total lie. It's saying, oh, this is we're happy. We're happy here, right? Right? Yeah, we're happy. When it's like, no, we're not. We're broken, we're lost, we're hurting, but we just keep moving in this direction. And so even if it is saying this ain't nothing to relate to, it's him saying like, this is what I'm doing, but I'm not saying it's something that you should want to relate to, because it's dark and not ideal. Yeah, and he does such a good job with the switch ups. Too many switch ups. It's like, it's a cool trick. It's a cool tool. Bars. But I'm a poet, didn't even know it. But I think when it's overused or it's not done well, it just feels like a party trick. Like, ooh, you put a switch up in there. But if there's no substance to it, it's like, well, who really cares? Okay. Moving on to the penultimate track. This is track number 9, titled Pretty.
Somebody told me it was pointless for me to come back into your arms. Said you fucked another man.
What if this is the same person that was earlier that he left?
'Cause I see fear in your eyes. You've been living out your life. As long as you know that when I land, you're mine. It's been exactly 365 since I seen your face. I've been living on the road, and you've been living all alone at home. Girl, I hope he made you satisfied. Well, baby, I won't cry. As long as you know that when I land, you're mine. And you will never feel so pretty. And you will never feel this beautiful when I make it there. are certain things that I've come to understand. Expectations can kill a simple man, simple man. Whoa, I try to master the art of that faraway love, but only so much can keep a woman warm. Now it's times like this that I say to myself, we've been living in a cold, cold world, but at least I have you to rely, even if for a short time, baby. As long as you know that when I land, you're mine, and you will never feel so pretty, and you will never feel this beautiful. Oh, when I make it there, oh, when I make it there, and he can make you feel this pretty, and he will make you feel this beautiful. When I make it there, oh, when I make it there. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, oh, oh,
Yo, he's killing it. Where are you taking us?
Comme une putain de colombe blanche chante sa chanson, c'est tout ce qu'on entend.
Okay.
Les jours se défilent
French.
comme de la ficelle dans le vent. Embobiné dans ma toile, je les dévoile à nouveau. Disant à mon ami que rien d'autre compte. Elle était qu'une gamine à ce moment, souffrant d'un cœur brisé, une douleur très profonde. C'est là où je l'ai aperçue, seule, prête à entamer ses 17 ans.
About to find out what's going on there. Kudos to you that can speak French. Get the full experience. Transition in the last track. We got a full fade out. Okay, man. I really love, it's cool to hear, you know, a song from Abel, you know, really speaking to his desire to come back to this woman. Let's see here. This consists, as the 9th track, focuses on how Abel is cheated on by his partner and finds a new love. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, is it necessarily his partner? I think it was understood. At least it felt like they were kind of going in their own directions. And so, I don't know. Also, as confirmed on David Letterman's show, The Weeknd's Pretty is deeply influenced from Phil Collins in The Air Tonight. Published on September, official video brings the song's story to life. The Weeknd departs from his flight, drives to purchase some flowers, ultimately brings out his dark side. Oh. Spoiler. Dang it. Video received a ton of backlash, specifically about its violent graphic content on the sex scene and murder, as well as criticism surrounding the glorification of guns. People have characterized instances of the video and the artist himself as misogynistic. Reality, the purpose was to create a revenge narrative disguised as a love story. Oh, so am I totally off here? Regarding the accusations of glamorizing misogyny and sexism, the video's director, Sam Pilling, responded by saying, "I find the term misogynistic completely inaccurate for this film. Being a misogynist means that you particularly hate women. In this narrative, The Weeknd commits a crime of passion against his girlfriend and her lover. It has nothing to do with hating women. He's seeking revenge against her unfaithfulness, that is all. It's a story set in the Yakuza gangster world, and in that world, guns and violence is how they sort out their problems. I also believe that the way the nudity and sex is stylized and not derogatory. It is there for the story's sake, not simply to show some skin. I would actually say this video is far less degrading to women than the majority of music videos that come out with half-naked girls twerking and dancing all over our screens." You know, there's an argument to be had there. In terms of glamorizing guns, I feel that many films, music videos, and video games come under the fire for that. And I think you could argue that many of them, including this one, are probably guilty. That said, there's definitely something about guns and violence that interests young people. Only have to look at the success of GTA 5. In my opinion, the beauty of any film or narrative is that it is portraying a story that gives the viewer a glimpse into another world. It isn't condemning or condoning it. Right, it's just presenting it, right? Also, I think that as a filmmaker, you're drawn to extreme situations and behavior that doesn't occur every day. Wouldn't be interesting to watch him return home and everything be okay. I don't know who annotated this song, but they have it all wrong. Based on the annotation, the song is presenting a sense of love and romance, but that's not the case. Yeah, that was my first thought. The Weeknd, first off, is highly upset with his girlfriend because despite what others have said about he decided to take her back, she betrayed him once again. So, since he's been on the road for a year, when the plane lands, she's going to be his. Not his in the sense of he will forgive, but that it may be a Ike and Tina Turner moment in the house. That's why The Weeknd's chorus indicates that as pretty as she feels now, she won't feel that way once he arrives. She'll feel ugly. He's not happy with her. Oh, the French is translated differently than I would think, how I translated it. When a white dove sings its song, that is all we hear. The days roll like string in the wind. Tricked into my web, I revealed them again. 10 years, my friend, that nothing else matters. She's not a kid at this point. Suffering from a broken heart of very deep pain, it is here where I noticed her, alone, ready to begin her 17 years. Interesting. I wonder if that's like from a movie? So this says, when white dove sings a song, that's all we hear. Days roll like string in the wind. Tangled into my web, I reveal them again. It's been 10 years, my friend, that nothing else matters. She was just a kid at this time. Verb and timor, last sentence, also means to waste, to damage. Vocabulary, yeah, what is the sample, though? Seems to come from a 90s French movie. She was probably about to commit something stupid, maybe suicide, which fits perfectly in the painful atmosphere. I wonder if we can find out sample from Pretty. The Weeknd. No official cleared samples. The track features the breathy spoken phrase kimochi-e, Japanese for it feels good, alongside heavy breathing and moaning sounds layered in the background. It's been widely speculated by fans this is either an adult film sample or a vocal recording made specifically for the song. Yeah, but what about the French? The end, okay. Apparently a rough French translation of Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks, according to a comment on Genius. Somebody says possibly something recorded for the song. Bro, I think I figured it out. I don't want to post my theory on public. DM me if you want to hear it. Well, come on, man. The people want to know. I knew it was too good to be true. Dang it. Okay. This is the original close to the album. Track number 10. I think the longest track on the album. At 7, no, almost. Kissland is just a little bit longer. Let's see what he does here. This is Tears in the Rain. Wow, it's cool.
So now that she's gone, embrace all that comes, and die with a smile. Don't show the world how alone you become. They all feel the same.
I love the reverberating, like deep in the background.
And when it's said and done, you were better off. You deserve real love.
That's great atmosphere on this track. I mean, obviously on the album as a whole.
And I started too young to give up. And even if I changed, it would be too late. I exposed my ways. Now every girl I'd say I feel the same.
It all comes back to her. There it is, right? There's that chink in the armor. Man, I mean, it's a great close. Just lets you sit in it, kind of bringing us back to some of the feeling or thought at the beginning. It almost feels like this kind of coming to terms or accepting the present, closing of a chapter. That line about it all feeling the same, adjusting to the fame, like all the girls feel the same. It feels kind of like the idea of chasing a high, you know, that eventually that high doesn't feel high anymore. It's like what felt like a high to you no longer feels that way. The final song on the standard edition of the Weeknd's studio album Kissland, Weeknd has mentioned this album was heavily influenced by the movie Blade Runner. Dude, I almost said toward the beginning of this song, Blade Runner. It was in my brain. It was on the tip of my tongue. I decided not to say it. That's so fun. Now I wish I had said it because then I could have been like, oh, well, now I'm just sound like I'm lying. With this song's title actually coming from a scene in the movie. I don't remember that. From the original Blade Runner? We're not going to watch. Oh, okay. I was going to say, we're not going to watch it. I was just curious if it's talking about the original one or the one with Ryan Gosling. Yo, Blade Runner is a crazy movie. It's such a weird, kind of slow burn of a movie as well. And the source material for Blade Runner, it may be up in a drawer in my room, but the source material is called, I think, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Or something like that. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. But I got in this kick a few years ago where I wanted to read all the source material for some of my favorite 90s movies. Here, give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 more. Aha. Ta-da. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? This was the inspiration for the Blade Runner films. Yeah, I got on this kick. Charles' favorite movie growing up, Jurassic Park. So then I went and read Jaws, read Jurassic Park, read The Lost World. I have not finished this. So this is the second book this week. Yesterday, when we were listening to Pearl Jam, Vitalogy, something got brought up about the metamorphosis from the song Bugs from Kafka. I have this book, but I have not read it either. So maybe I should take these on vacation with me. But I'll probably just end up watching YouTube and playing Brawl Stars. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, in my opinion, Abel is singing about this one girl who was amazing, but he screwed it up. When Abel says how they all feel the same, I think he's trying to get across the fact all these new girls he's been with since that one girl left have all felt the same. Well, yeah, and they haven't been as special as that one. When he's adjusting to the fame. So, like, what's the connection to with the other narrative that we've been kind of tracing throughout this album? Talking about adjusting to fame because no one will ever love you like her. I think what is meant is that he might as well get used to the fame because he sacrificed her love for the fame he has. He's so famous now, no other girl he meets will really love him. They'll just love the fame he has. So that's an interesting thought. So now that she's gone, embrace all that comes and die with a smile. Don't show the world how alone you've become. With this part of the hook, I feel he's saying that she's gone now. Nothing he can do about it. He's made his decision. Whatever happens, happens. He's going to put on a brave face despite the fact he knows he'll never be as happy as he was when he had the love of that girl. She has no recollection of the life she had without me. She let it slip away. With this line, there's more than one connotation. My initial thoughts were this girl had loved him so much for so long, she's forgotten how to live her life without him. She let the memories of her old life slip away to be replaced with the seemingly wonderful memories she was creating with Abel. However, could also be interpreted as Abel is now blaming her for the pain she's feeling. She's reverted back to her old life without him. She had forgotten how bad it was and how being with Abel eased the pain. But now she's left him. The good in her life has slipped away. This interpretation can also be applied to the line in which Abel says the girl forgot the good things about him, how she let it slip away. Three reasons I love this song. Long, The Weeknd, Abel. Somebody's offering an alternative explanation or a layer of meaning. The synopsis is, don't love the Weeknd because he will leave you and it'll happen gradually. When you realize it'll be too late. But dig deeper. He said before in a written interview that if what he felt and went through wasn't heartbreak, he definitely is not ready for whatever heartbreak is. As pointless as the tears that may have raced down his cheeks when it happened to him, if this seems far-fetched, then this leads me on to my next observation. That's a long one. Die with a smile. Don't show the world how alone you've become. Wow. Man. Okay. Some closing thoughts. He really understood the assignment. And I mean, it was, probably a lot of pressure coming into this. And he really, really delivered. Triumphant follow-up to the trilogy. Still driving that unmistakable The Weeknd sound and vibe and world. But it's just kind of turned up a notch, really beautiful and masterful music and beats and layering and atmosphere going on in this album. So really cool to experience this one and keep moving down The Weeknd, or moving up The Weeknd's discography. So I look forward to what's coming next. We've got plenty ahead of us. As always, would love to know your thoughts, your comments. Let's have a good conversation in the comments. And again, all of the music videos, live performances that we can find, things like that will be over on Patreon, along with hundreds of hours of other content from dozens of artists. That library grows every single week, and it is the best way to support this channel, as obviously these videos not monetizable. So Patreon is really the long-term strategy to make this thing even work. So I appreciate your support. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you in the next one. You're eating good.